I hear that your century has a short attention span, so I'm not going to disturb you with my reading for very long. I will tell you, you may find it somewhat unintelligible. However, it is a recipe for winning the woman you desire. So it will pay if you listen closely. This is from my book, Ladies' Almanac, which is written, well, I'll just tell you. People have rumored about it for so long, but it's a tale of as fine a wench as ever wet bed, she who was called Evangeline Musset. Evangeline Musset is no other than Natalie Barney, famous, prolific lesbian of the 20s. So, this bit is called Spring Fevers, Love Filters, and Winter Feasts. Now, was it the same in the half hour of the world, when whelks whispered in the brink of the night, rocked in the cradle of time's ditch, taking their will-o'-the-wisp, all in a flux of tenses and turns? The simplicity of their nature was upon them, cap and shoe. What they gave out was but the earth given bide, until some billion of improving years later, having toiled for the worse, and having made a stink of advancement, became queen man and king woman, under the bells of the bride's wake and corpse sleep, with butter and mustard on their alms bread for charity, snitching in larder cold end upon cold end of most comical mutton, to fatten the lift to a strumpet's turn, or buck up her roop with promise of glut, bridling her kick with the trace of contention, the snood upon her a jiffy too late, greasing the firkin for the Passover plate, from slime unto dream, one long mystery of eons pot, steaming on the hip of the lamb, bringing us forward, hand over hand, up to the standard, ba upon bleat, until we say we have it presented to us on an Anno Domino salver, that Christians now think nothing of head-dipping to bite the pippin in tub water and cow's trough, while but a thought backward, the heathen, lang syne, heaped mystic on magic to bring about the same end. Will she or won't he? So, filters and drams, and witch ways for maidens all forlorn in tatters of love's hope, drain they not draughts of last year's snow, of late year's bitter, tainted with sassafras and sickened with shag, to wax the rough highway on which love balks at a canter, to make them a byword of she loves me, he loves me, and the knot to the knot. Some go in reel chains and woe anchors, neck-tied and night-worn, thumb-worried and lip-lavished, for the good it may cast up on the knees of the morrow, or on the neck of the stiff god of chance. But filter by falter, and hope upon clutch, and the more peels spilt over shoulder, the more spelled of a girl. And saying, riddle me this, or meddle me that, contriving the potion as ever you may, hiccup, hic jacet, brings up nothing but naught with a deer on its back. Was there a whisper of Ellen or Mary, of Rachel or Gretchen, of Dow or Hedda, or Bellarina Bella, e Bellarella, or Tancred of Injun in the old winds, or of wives whispering a thing to a wife? What's in a name before Christ? Were all giants doings a man's, and no mountaintop moltings of a goblin well papped to the heel? To say nothing and less of myths tongue-tied with girl talk, or a petal of dog fennel seeking a bi-fatal breeze. blowing inland for trace and out ocean for scent, and nosing to ground for spore of her want. Hig over bluff and jog over moor, prancing down gullies and preen up an alley, whirling and hooting of a miss with her missus. No time without God, no end without Christ. In cave's mouth it was brooded as love by a hair, when the thigh bone of mother brought daughter to rights, and the breastbone of wishings made weak sisters at home. We have it clipped from a grass breeze and gleaned from a bluff's brow, leaf upon leaf, incredible autumns deep, forgotten by all but the bloodhounds of deduction, that Priscilla herself was prone to a distaff, and garbled her John for her Jenny, and cupboard would get no dog a bone. Winter feast on summer starve, bring all brooks to churning, and pass away as ever you may. Your hands will print the butter spot on the fool's cap of confession. So eat your winter lettuce, and say your spring beads, seek your mirror, or stand in the cold at the hour of midnight, or put what you will under your pillow to know what you can in the dawn of it, or see the moon over your shoulder, roving and hunting the world for an omen. You'll get her, you'll have her, you'll take her and lose her. You'll miss by an item and overreach by a yard, undervalue, overestimate, hotbed or cold. The branch does not bend unless for a passing, and some must go first, and some must come after. And how is the jungle so twig thick and underfoot, if not because a bison and a bison and a bison went by? So, take the first hair from your head and boil it with mare's milk, and wrap in a napkin, and bring the goat inside out. Then till the old mother of 6 pans of her earth, and next to the fur side lay the nap to the horn's end, and thereover cast a peep of no doubting Sappho, blinked from the stews of secret Greek broth, and some rennet of Lesbos to force a get-up in the near resurrection, and put on a horseshoe to ride Luck's mare at a gallop, at a trot, and when the mass bubbles and at the river's lip quivers, call it dear Cyprian, and take her under your wing on the warm side, and butt her no butts. Or would you less trouble? Away, girl. Thank you all. Enjoy.